So folks, this is the first of 4 title fights. This at the 205-pound division. Lamar Gosey making his way to the ring, ranked 6th according to Camo rankings, age 30, 6 feet tall, from Oakland, California, fighting at a Team Dragon House. He comes in with a record of 4-3 and is looking to win this vacant 205 Bay Area Combat Light Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, these are the big boys now, guys. We're getting into these heavier weight classes. And this is where you're going to be able to see kind of how the power transitions up there. You'll hear the impact when these shots hit. Like, again, we've had a lot of TKOs and whatnot, but when these bigger boys start throwing in there, you can feel it. And when they smash against the cage, the whole thing will rumble. And you understand the importance of not taking shots from guys like this. And that's why these bigger weights are always so exciting, because no matter where a fighter is in the fight, they could be down 2.5 rounds, half a round to go, and land one shot and put the other guy to sleep like that. So Goosey's got a lot of power in those hands, those short shots, fighting the much taller Morales. You're going to see come into play. He's going to try to land those overhands, land those hooks and uppercuts. Close that distance, smash Morales to the cage and use those big shots. And then Morales coming out much taller. Again, we find that height advantage and the necessity to stay and keep the distance.
This is a stand-up fight too as well. And the footage that I've seen, Gosey, really his opponents want to take him down, which kind of indicates to me that they think he's dangerous on the feet. And,
yeah, he's got the power.
And Morales as well. He finished his fight against Joseph Gacetta. He clipped him, and he didn't follow up to his neck and rear naked choke him. He followed up with ground and pound. I've only seen 2 of his fights, but it kind of indicates to me both fighters really comfortable on their feet in this 205 title fight. And let's give a shout-out to the 205-pound title sponsor, Pleasures Unlimited, for both men and women. They are the official sponsors for this 205 belt. Yeah,
I do. I have a business account with them. I go there at least 2-3 times a week, just to get all of my... Wait, Pleasure Unlimited? I'm sorry, that was the other sponsor that I have a business account with.
We'll keep that,
never.
We'll go back,
just kidding.
Edit that out.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But yes, Morales is coming in. He's the 3rd ranked 180 or 205er in the state. So we got 3 versus 6 for the state for this BAC title here tonight. Morales is unblemished record of 4-0. So we're going to see if Gosey can do what it takes to put that first number 1 in the loss column here for Morales.
And this is, again, the first of 4 title fights, 3 specifically for Bay Area Combat, and then the finale is the state title fight at 205. You are watching the Solana Caller Sports Network with myself, Brian Nelson, and my broadcast partner, Brandon Kyle, as we'll send it to Jim Cooley for the introductions.
Championship fights. It is for the vacant Bay Area Combat Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Oakland, California. He represents Team Dragon House and holds a mixed martial arts record, 4 big wins, opposite 3 defeats. Lamar the Bully Gosey. His opponent, across the cage in the red corner, makes his home in Oakdale, California. He represents Last Stand Fight Team. He weighed in at 205 pounds even. He holds a stellar mixed martial arts record, 4 big wins, no losses. Gregory the Scorpion Morales.
And all business on the face of Morales ahead of this 205 title fight for Bay Area Combat's light heavyweight division.
Yeah, you got the bully versus the Scorpion here. So you got the guy throwing heavy bombs versus the guy who's throwing those sharp katana-like executed strikes. So we'll see what kind of what kind of fireworks we're going to create here in this 205 title fight.
3 3-minute rounds in all of these title fights as both these fighters square off. Oh, 1-2
the
combo.
Scorpion lands the stinging tail early in the fight.
Yeah, we'll see how the bully responds to being hit in the face, and he responds well.
Closing that distance. I told you, the bully's going to look for those overhands. He's going to look for those short shots up close, while the Scorpion's going to look to try to create that distance and land those straight shots like that early right hand that he landed in the beginning of this round.
Gosey pinning Morales up against the cage. Morales looking perhaps for a trip or maybe a hip toss.
Now, this is a very, important part of a fight where you first clinch up with a guy and you realize how strong they are and, am I able to take this guy down? Am I able to stop this guy's takedown? Those are important questions to answer early on in the fight, and that's what's happening right now is you see that Morales is working his takedown defense. Again, wants to use the distance, doesn't want to get on his back here with a strong Lamar on top, so he's going to really try to do what it takes to stay up, use those underhooks. He's got an under over right now. He's trying to kind of lift up and get underneath Gosey so he can stand up and try to turn him against the cage and get off that cage. Looks like there wasn't enough activity on the bully's part to warrant Kane Vandal to let him keep working on the cage, so he separates again, and we'll see what happens again now that they're at distance.
And Gosey in that position, being 5 inches shorter, actually I think helps him with the lower center of gravity to try to take him down. But again, good job by Morales to stay on his feet.
It does. It's easier to get underneath, and the guy underneath when it comes to these exchanges is usually the guy who's going to have the
great knee to the
control.
body.
But, I think Gosey is going to just try to use this power position to try to land a couple knees like that, a couple maybe big punches off the cage, and try to soften up Morales. I see a large welt building on Morales just from being grinded so hard against the cage.
Good leg kick from Gosey.
Yeah, that was nice inside. He needs to do that to set up the hands up top. Oh, return outside from Morales.
With 40 seconds remaining in this first round.
Oh, there's that overhand, closing the distance, trying to get that takedown. Nice. I like that transition. He used the striking to transition right into the takedown there and get that top control.
See Gosey mounting.
Yes, he is. Almost.
Yeah, almost has it there.
He's kind of on the side there. He's trying to crawl up.
Wants to have his hips
He's, and like you said, being a shorter, squattier fighter, he's able to put more weight in a certain area and really get heavy on those hips. And that's what he's trying to do right now is control.
Also has a double wrist lock applied to the right
Yeah,
arm.
you see that, but in order to do that, he's going to be able to get that hand behind the back. He's not going to be able to do that. So he's going to go ahead and let go, try to get some ground and pound, win that round, and pretty much easily win that round with that takedown and ground and pound at the end there.
And Bully really was apropos of that style of fighting, just really imposing his will on Morales.
Yeah, I'm coming forward. You got to stop me. If you can't, I'm going to take you down and beat you up. And that's what the Bully does. Morales was doing his best to defend the takedowns. But, again, sometimes when it comes to wrestling, wrestling is a sport of wills. Sometimes you might have better skills or better technique, and the guy with that bulldog and determination and will be able to take that guy with better technique down just off the relentless aggression of the takedown. And that's what Gosey just did to win that round. He wasn't, landing from the outside. He might have ate that right hand early on in the fight. And I think he made the decision real quick that, you know what, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to push this guy around. I'm going to bully him, so to speak, and try to avoid the pinchers and the stinger of the Scorpion here, Morales.
So we'll see what Morales' corner with Last Stand Fight Team have to do in terms of adjustments here in round 2 of this title fight.
I think he needs to use a little bit more footwork. Don't stand there and just throw. He needs to stick and move, make himself a harder target, make Gosey miss, and then make him pay. Don't try to throw big kicks and whatnot from right here, because then he's going to get caught taken down. He's got to do it off of counters and off of angles.
So both fighters maybe feinting with some strikes.
Yeah, and we got to cut that angle after that.
Good knee to the body again from Gosey. Morales shrugs him off.
Morales a little flat-footed, walking forward. That's easier to take down. That Muay Thai style. You're kind of marching forward. Hips are squared to your opponent. It's a lot easier to take down than that sideways kind of karate boxing striking style that you see other MMA fighters use.
It's 45 seconds into this round 2. Gosey with a nice combination strike.
Gosey's doing, he's picking good shots when to rush in and throw. Morales hasn't really hit him with any counters, so he's getting more confident lunging forward with big shots, and you can see that in his performance here right now in this second round.
And also Morales with the mouth open, maybe conditioning factoring in.
Brian, I noticed that in between the first and second round. Nice.
Great,
little mini soup there. But I noticed that between the first and second round, I said, man, Morales is already tired, and they didn't grapple that much. And it didn't look like he was doing a lot of exploding to get up, so I was surprised he was that tired. You're right, mouth's open, which is really a bad sign for two reasons, because obviously it shows that you're tired, but also if you get hit in the jaw with that mouth open, it's a lot easier to get rocked and knocked out.
Going for the guillotine is Gosey. Really hard to see the hand positioning from our camera angle and where we're sitting.
Looks like he's got one and he doesn't even have the hands clinched.
Yeah.
It looked like he was just almost trying to use it to kind of get his hips set so he can pull out and start doing exactly what he's doing right now, which is start working on his ground and pound. Again, he's controlling the second round pretty easily. Minute left in this second round, so we'll see if Morales can get up or if Gosey can pass and maybe try to threaten a finish here.
Yeah, Morales trying to use the cage to his advantage. Trying to grab the cage.
Yeah, it gets warm for gripping. You're not allowed to grip the inside of the link of the cage with your fingers or your toes. You can place your hand flat on there, but you're not allowed to use it for,
like that,
for leverage. Yeah.
Flip over, but Gosey, great job of keeping that top control.
Too strong on top, yeah. Now, and this is the difference between amateurs and pros, where this position can be a little bit more advantageous for professionals when they're in guard because they can throw elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the short shots. They come sneaky over the top, and they can cut the opponent on the bottom. Now, Gosey being able to only use punches here kind of limits his striking. He has to posture up to throw big punches, so he can't safely ground and pound like he would if he could use elbows right here. But now having the back,
ground and pound.
looks like now he's not worried about a buck because he has the back. And this
5
could
seconds
get stopped
left.
here. This is short time. I know it's a title fight. Oh, man. Morales barely made it out of that round. Another 10 seconds. That ground and pound, I think it came Vandal. The ref would have stopped that fight.
Yeah, and Gosey, after getting that top position, eventually stood up, but immediately got another takedown, continue with the ground and pound approach, and Morales barely survives to see round 3.
Well, when I tell Morales, you got to be lighter on your feet. You got to be sticking and moving. But when you're tired, the first thing to go is your legs. And then that's why it's so important to get your miles of running in as a fighter, because once your legs go, you're a sitting duck out there. So right now, even though Morales needs to be lighter on his feet to avoid these takedowns, with his fatigue level where it's at, that might not be possible for him. So he's going to sit here, he's going to try to plant his feet, he's going to try to time those takedown attempts by Gosey, hit him with big shots, and then maybe try to finish him afterwards.
Yeah, and if you're Gosey and you've had this continuous momentum in the first 2 rounds, do you deviate from your plan at all, or do you just continue what you've been doing?
I say more of the same. Pour it on. Like I said, 10 more seconds in that round, and Gosey might have finished Morales. If Gosey has got good ring awareness, he knows that, hey, man, Morales is on his way out. As long as I continue to do this and push and break him, I should be able to finish him by the end of these 3 minutes in this third round.
So round 3 underway. Final 3 minutes.
Morales looks like he's underwater, is what I call it. It's just everything is slow motion.
Yeah, and those knees to the legs or those kicks to the legs from Gosey, he feels them even more in his current state.
Yeah, once your legs start to tire up, those kicks you start to feel every single shot. Good body kick, kind of hit up on the shoulder, the lat, didn't hit the softer body, but still doing damage here. Morales
Superman punch.
He's hanging in there, but he's got to have to land a big counter shot to change the momentum of this fight. Gosey looking for that spinning attack. Whenever you see a fighter turn his hips like that, usually he's looking to bring either a back fist or a spinning back kick, heel kick. But he kind of bailed on it, didn't feel it. So
45 seconds in this round 3. Gosey content to stand up with Morales as Morales is tiring in this one.
I think it's only a matter of time. I think Gosey about maybe halfway through this round might start to go for that takedown attempt. Might as well solidify that win by taking him down. And he almost finished him with some ground and pound last time. So I think he's just kind of setting him up for that takedown. But then again, Gosey's been fighting hard. He might be tired, and takedowns take a lot of juice. So, to be able to rally enough mustard to take somebody down at the end of a fight can be tough. And he might be content to just stand and bang it out as well.
So both fighters in the center of the cage, exchanging blows. Definitely fatigue setting in for both fighters.
You can see them both start to slow down here at the end of this third round. about halfway through, minute 30 left.
As Morales and Gosey fighting for this
there it
205
is.
title.
Bang, about halfway through the
Takedown.
round. He takes that down. He's going to look to pass, get some ground and pound, maybe finish the fight from here. He's
And
got to
he does
get
get
heavy.
the full mount.
Bam, heavy on top. This is bad news for Morales, man. Gregory Morales, he's going to lose that undefeated record if he doesn't find a way to get up off his back and do some major damage to Lamar Gosey here in this championship fight at 205 for Bay Area Combat.
Yeah. We'll see how Gosey positions himself in this great position on the ground.
You know, I'm pretty sure Gosey's content with staying here. You know, a minute left. I'm mounted. I'm going to try to punch. Maybe you might see 30 seconds left to go for submission, but I doubt that he does anything risky. I think he's going to ride it out and just pound it out here. Maybe look for a finish with the ground and pound.
Yeah, he's going for a little arm locks just to sort of change it up a little bit, but really content with those hammer fists.
Yeah, you know, you do that to get a guy to defend it, then as soon as he starts to defend it, you rear up and do exactly what he did. It looked like he might be setting an armbar. If he puts that foot up,
those lefts are
he's going to go for
connecting.
that. But that's the end of the fight, guys. Oh. Get off me, Rev.
Yeah.
Hey, what a performance by Lamar Gosey, you know. He did exactly what he had to do. He read his opponent. You know, he took out a very dangerous, undefeated Gregory Morales to claim this vacant BAC title fight here tonight. Got to give him props. That was a great performance from Gosey.
Yeah, first of 4 champions crowned as Lamar Gosey gets the strap here in Napa, California at the Napa Valley Expo. Bay Area Combat North Bay Face-Off 2. Gosey, your first champion at 205. And
yeah, you know, that's experience right there. That's 7 fights. That's, you know, knowing what to do, when to do it. You know, maybe Gosey, first round when he gets on top, goes too hard, wastes too much energy, gasses later. You can tell that he's, you know, probably lost a fight like that. So, you know, living and learning from those negative experiences, looked like he kept his composure from start to finish and was able to pull out that impressive 3rd round victory.
yeah, absolutely. So Dragon House MMA, you have a champion amongst yourselves. And it's a bit of an upset, as in the camo rankings. Gosey coming in ranked 6th versus Morales ranked 3rd.
Yeah, and that 4-0 record it means something in this division. It's a tough division to fight in, and just being able to take out a guy that's 4-0 like that on a stage like this for a championship, that's great showing for Gosey.
Yeah, and we're just about set here at the Solano College Sports Network. Once again, Brian Nelson alongside Brandon Kyle. Eventually, we will get to Jim Cooley with the announcement of your winner, Lamar Gosey, and probably the presentation of the title as well. And we'll send it over to Jim Cooley right now.
2 seconds of round number 3. Referee Phil Baldacci has called a stop to this contest. Your winner, via technical knockout, Lamar the Bully Gosey.
There you see Gosey and Morales embrace after the fight. Both fighters giving a lot of effort in that cage here tonight in Napa, California, but Gosey is your victor. And does not look like they, yeah, I think they're gonna interview with Jim Cooley. We'll send that to the cage side now.
Keep him on the ground and pound him, mess up his face a little bit. How do you feel about the performance?
I feel really good. That was a great opponent. I just came back, got a three-year sit down, trying to get my career right. But as all of us, I know we all working here. So, man, if you want to live your dreams, live it.
Absolutely, man. 3 years. You had the big layoff. You came back. You looked great. You controlled most of the action. Did he hit you hard with that first shot when he knocked you down?
I don't remember him knocking me down, but yeah, the kid.
When you slipped.
I gotta watch the video. I don't remember.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on a great victory, Lamar. Welcome back to the cage.
So pretty impressive for a 3-year layoff.
Absolutely. To come take on a 4-0 guy, period. A streaking guy like Morales.
Yeah.
To come in and take him on for a high-profile fight like this, you know, says a lot about his confidence coming back, and you know he's going to ride that wave now and excited to see him back in the cage again.
Yeah, Morales, all 4 of his fights have been since November of 2017, so he's been fighting consistently.
Yeah, he's on a streak with those 4 wins, so that was very impressive by Gosey.
Well, the title fights don't end there, folks. Next, we will have the 170 Bay Area Combat welterweight title fight between Camilo Mejia and Giovanni Amador Rosales.